Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Shades of Edinburgh. This evening we have a few werewolves meeting up at the White Hart Inn, which is known as the neutral pub in the city. Air has asked Bree to meet her, and well, the rest of the pack who aren't here. So Bree and Air are gonna sit down and have a chat, and Air is waiting in a booth with beer, just chilling.
And Brie will come in, and she's got a lighter in her hand, and she's like stopping to ask people for cigarettes until she finally gets one and to light it up, and makes her way over to Air's table.
I don't think they allow smoking in here.
I haven't had a cigarette all day. The bloody things ran off in the night.
I have nothing to do with that.
I know you don't. It's my mother's little blessing.
Oh,
Fucking cunt. I just before I had my first change and all that, she caught me smoking, and she said she kind of laid a little curse on me about losing them. Unfortunately, now I just lose little shit everywhere, be it my cigarettes, lighter, lost my cell phone, keys, glasses.
must cost a lot to replace all those things. Or do you
That and
just
then some.
or do you just give up eventually?
Some of them I give up, some of them I just get a new one, better one. Like this, and she kind of holds up the cigarette she has lit. And
Bah! Out! Air kind of like looks around. Should probably go outside.
fine. I don't see why people care so much about smoking. Hope you
Oh,
relax.
I don't care. I really don't.
Grand. I guess I'll head outside to a table. Or I don't know if they're.
Air will go outside with her and hang out while she smokes her cigarette. She'll leave her beer on the table with the coaster over the top.
All right. So, which of them's your beta?
What do you mean? Which one's my beer? It's right there.
Beta. Your second. Your right hand.
My right hand.
Jesus fucking Christ. Which one is your beta?
Natalie, I'm having a hard time with the accent.
She said, which one is your beta?
Oh, beta. Oh, I haven't decided that yet. Quite frankly, neither of them seem too worried about that, which has me concerned. Though
you, you're telling me that your pack and tribe mates don't care about who's in charge and
oh, they
order
don't
of
care
things.
they don't care which one of them is. No, they don't.
Fuck that then. I'm going to be your bear.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
If they have a problem with it, they can challenge me just like normal folk.
You are the only one who has actively said anything about it. And given that you are a half moon, it seems highly appropriate.
I'll try and keep you online as much as that is possible.
Oh, well, that's a relief. That's sorted.
I can't believe neither one of them cares. Are you sure Are you sure they're not like
I
some stoned
they
out
no,
boner faking it?
they're very passive. They're very young too.
I don't think I've never even met a pre-change get who's passive.
I know.
They're like, they're like, they're way too calm and peaceful, and like, they're like, I swear they're like stoned out boner. Not a care in the world. Perhaps it's more like a Koge.
I think they lack experience. Once they get out there
Oh, there'll be some experience into them, that's alright.
and see things for what they really are, I think that will all change. But you're right. They need a boot up the ass.
A few dirt naps. Get their ass bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I bet they'll love us dishing it out.
I bet I could probably do it with an one arm tied behind my back.
Ooh. Yeah, that could make it fun.
I hate to boast some, but I am a feeling it's kind of our thing. But they probably
Oh,
could.
I'm aware. I'm aware. Even your kinfolk like to do it. She shakes her head.
Aye, but I always live up to my boasting.
That's good.
And she puts out the last of her cigarette.
Oh, good. I can hear my beer calling me. Are you thirsty?
Aye, I could use a drink.
What's your poison?
Alcohol.
All of it, huh?
All of it.
What's
After
your
you've been,
preferred alcohol?
I would have to say Irish whiskey. But I've had some very interesting ones when I was helping out the Baron.
Yeah.
They, I only half remember some of it now, but I'm pretty sure some of those drinks were ones that they used to talk about in fairy tales.
Oh. Oh. I see.
And not necessarily the good fairy tales, but they can drink. Whew.
Lose a lot of time, did you?
I was only there for 2 weeks, but
Oh, to you it was only 2 weeks.
right.
It was so much longer, Brie. I'm serious.
Oh, I know. I've come to terms with that. It's been a bit awkward, like explaining why I look like I'm 19 and not 24.
I can imagine.
People asking, "Where you been for 5 years?" And you can't say, "Oh, I was just off in the Feylands in the dreaming, with Fey folk for a couple of weeks."
No, you can't.
Because they're going, even those that like have half an inkling, they're still going to give you a look that's like, "You're so full of shit."
And I can't say that. Obviously, I can't give you that look.
I'm pretty sure you did when it first came out.
I was a little surprised. I didn't know any of that was present. I
That it
mean,
is like that like pair over there. He's about 8 feet tall. And to you, they just look like normal people. And he's got horns. I believe they said they're called trolls. But these aren't like Fomori trolls. These are like folk and fairy tale trolls. They don't regenerate though, but they do have some very good healers. This one last could heal with a simple word. And you crashed on me. Please hold.
That was weird. Okay.
Welcome back. So what was the last thing you heard?
I think we were discussing. I was trying to say something and I forgot what I was gonna say, but it was pretty much the last bit about the Fae.
They're called trolls, but they're not like the Fomori trolls. They're more like fairy tale trolls. But they don't regenerate, but they have some really good healers. Like this one last, she can heal you completely with a simple word.
It's very handy.
I assume that in great mass of use it would be a toxin on somebody, but that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is. It is. I still can't believe I didn't know that was there the whole time. Oh, surprise. But, hey,
Surprise!
in more ways than one.
So I am trying to get on with a private investigator.
Are you now?
Aye.
Well, we'll have to put those skills to the test. She smirks.
Test away, lass. Do you
Well,
figure having somebody who can go places that's less noticeable than us might be a bit helpful? So,
yeah. Well, one of the things I'm sure you gathered that we were looking into the other night was Hawthornden Castle.
what about it?
I guess people that go there and Guru that go there go missing.
Is it
Either they
just
don't
Peru
go
or
there,
is
they
it
don't go.
anybody?
I'm not positive if it's anybody, but this is what has me concerned. I was speaking to Lord Breckenridge,
Mm-hmm.
and he informed me that it had been owned by the Campbells, who were a Silverfang family, but they don't know exactly what happened to them.
More silver fangs. Why is it always silver fangs?
People can't get close to it, obviously. So finding things out that way is probably not the best.
So we're going to have to go in as a group, stay tight, and be
Or,
prepared for anything.
well, we need to gather information first. This is sending up red flags all over, even for me. They seem to be. I mean, I understand the concern with wanting to focus on a stronghold of our own,
Aye.
But I feel like this should be just as concerning.
Well, if it was a silver fang hold of some sort, was it just their home or was it where they'd started building something? Perhaps they breached a hole and needs to be fixed.
I don't know. This is literally nobody has. I mean, I haven't come up with much new information. It's all the same, which is what I've told you.
Right, so we need the information. If I can get him
Everybody
the
tells me the same things.
it's not safe, don't go. Right.
If people don't go, they don't disappear, that sort of thing. Of course, asking about this could draw attention.
Then I think we're gonna have to go in
Mm,
and see for ourselves. If everybody says stay away and nobody seems to be coming back, we have to at least start
well,
surveying on our own.
well, that's the plan here at some point, but I'm
See if I
thinking
can
we
get a
might be able to
telephone camera.
find some information on the castle's history itself at the library. Prior to everything, maybe even floor plans. But also, I mean, they could have done modifications for all we know, so.
Aye. Alright. So we'll look up some plans to have a basic idea of where we're moving around or should be moving around. I'll try and get some
Yeah.
telephoto shots of the place.
I'm not gonna quit the search for information though either. The more we know, the better.
I'll even go across and grab pictures outside.
Don't get too close. Even that I understand is dangerous.
I can be
I'm
like
not
half a mile away with some of these telephoto lenses.
well, maybe we do that together. That way you can get your photos and someone's got your back while you're distracted. I don't think going by yourself is going to be good, even if it is that far. Better to have backup.
Aye.
But that was one of the things. And then the other thing, funny enough, entailed we are going to take a trip out to Arthur's Seat.
Why?
She will kind of lean over and whisper, because that's the area we're looking at for a stronghold.
Alright. Alright. You want to make
I
Camelot our stronghold?
Well, no, I
Camelot.
was told, I was given that information and was told that we were welcome to go check it out, so we had a better idea of the area for the future.
Arthur's seat. That's like King Arthur, right? You understand that that's probably
I understand.
that means we might be asking Camelot to be our home. I'm just letting you know.
It's something. but
Join Cleopatra's
it's,
court. Maybe even our knighthood.
well, from what I understand, the Arthur it's named for was a bear.
A bear? A bear.
Mm-hmm.
Like a teddy bear kind of bear, but bigger and fairer and angrier and
She
sleepier.
she looks at Bree and she says, "You've seen me take a bear form, right?"
Did you?
I have a cloak that allows me to take on a werebear's Krynos form.
That's handy.
That is the kind of bear I speak of.
Alright then, so we might have. Oh, that's going to make it a bit more awkward.
I'm
That's
just
going to make
saying
it
that's what it's named
very, very
after.
awkward.
Mm. Well, and this is where the bigger picture comes in. I don't think it's being seen quite as clearly by some of the locals. They feel that they're the only ones that need to fight this war, but they've alienated others that called this place home that are also Gaia's children.
At this point, we need all the help we can get. For being
Yeah,
honest.
I say that I've been saying the same thing.
And honestly, if the crimes that were committed against them in the name of Gaia must
Air
be
nods.
atoned for by somebody, and justice will be served. And she kind of pats that big satchel she has with her.
Yeah, not. I'm trying not to put too much stock into visions, but I recently shared one with a friend that I believe entails exactly what we were just discussing. That is the only way to make it happen.
Justice
To
can no
work,
longer be blind. They must open their eyes.
met my fair share of other shifters before leaving Amsterdam, and they left. They left too when things with the guru started to go sour. The guru were corrupt, and they were outnumbered. There's nothing they could do, so they left.
I hope that was rectified and you're not just hanging out here for fun at this point.
No, that was rectified. I'm not just here for fun.
Grand.
I've not left unfinished business of that variety in Amsterdam.
Grand.
I don't really have. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have any unfinished business in Amsterdam.
And she kind of sets that big satchel. It looks like a duffel bag, but you can tell that there's really only one thing in it.
Right.
She sets it on the table, and you can tell by the shape of it that it's a complete sword.
Right.
And last time you saw it, it was in shattered pieces.
Mhm. I see you've fixed your pieces.
And she starts to slide the hilt and part of the blade out, and you can see that it is now silver and bronze.
Huh.
Like the bronze is fusing all the silver pieces together.
Nice. Nice.
I did speak to Themis, but she said that justice needed its eyes open.
Mm, that it does.
Because blind justice serves no one.
Correct.
But there's somebody in here, and I don't know who. But I think they're asleep still.
And there,
Aye.
in the
She kind of
shards
pats
you
the hilt.
brought.
She kind of pats the hilt. There's someone or something in there. It's definitely like asleep though. I've attuned, I've like connected with it to use it proper, but
But the spirit is asleep.
I
Do you
think
know
it's
what
waiting.
kind?
I don't. I'm not a theurge.
Have you tried? Um, do you know spirit speech?
I've tried talking to it, and that's how I know it's in there.
Okay.
But I get the feeling like it's asleep or it's dormant until it's waiting for something. Maybe to prove that I am fighting for justice.
Perhaps. Or perhaps it was asleep in there all along, and that's why. I mean, you'd think it would be if it. I mean, I guess if it's asleep, it might not free itself. For
No, I think Themis put it there.
maybe it is possible. I guess you'll find out eventually. Or if you'd like, I can at least take a look and see what kind of spirit it is. So there's
Once we're somewhere that's not so
public, right?
right.
A little more, so you have a little more to work with, how to appease it when it does awaken, that sort of thing.
Bronze used to be the scales of Themis. I'd gotten a bronze statue of Themis to help with the communion with her.
There you go.
And when we were talking, she knelt down to the shards and touched them, and there was a flash of light, and there was just that lingering phrase in my mind. The scales were gone off the statue, and the sword was fused together and fixed, as you see.
Hmm. Well, we've come here to do a job, and it seems she's setting you up well.
So it seems. But that means if I will challenge your decisions if I feel they are unjust.
You're the Philodox. There's a reason.
There are those who would kowtowed for peace within the pack. But I have to do it right because what's wrong has been done far too much.
Oh, I understand.
So don't make me have to kick your ass, okay? That's all I'm saying.
That'll take a lot. Don't worry. She just kind of stretches a little with a chuckle.
As a bear, I'm sure you'd take a bit more of an ass whooping, but you'd still go down. She just gives like a playful wink.
She just chuckles. I think we could spar with our little ones. They could sure use it.
Oh, there will be sparring and training and ass whoopings aplenty.
Running.
Oh, so much running.
So much running.
They'll feel like they're cubs again. Honestly, they kind of act like they're still cubs.
That's true.
You want to act like a cub, I'm going to treat you like one.
Yep.
I'd have been even more upset if they were like fostering or something and being this passively.
No, they're very, very fresh. Which is, they're fresh, very fresh. That's good and bad.
Aye,
They can be taught.
they can. But it also means they need to be taught.
Yes, exactly.
Double-edged sword there, so to speak.
Yep.
And by the way, she pats the bag. This will carry anything that we need back and forth.
Oh, great.
It's not just for good looks.
No, but it does look good.
Aye.
Oh,
Feeling the quartermaster hooked me up with it.
yeah. Have you talked with any of the other guru here?
Just the quartermaster, really.
Okay.
Working on getting some armor crafted.
I've
Because
got some. It's nothing fancy, but I like it. It's light. I can move.
I'm still young, and unfortunately that means I don't have fancy little gifts like steel fare or some such.
Everything, well, most of the things I've gotten were passed down from family or gifts. My spear, my cloak, my armor, those are all passed down. My Labris was made for me by a Fury.
That's quite an honor.
I'll have to show it to you. I obviously can't carry that around.
I
That's at
could
home.
I could carry it.
I
She pats the
mean,
bag again.
and the only thing I have on my person presently, she kind of just glances at her hands, and they're crescent moon tattoos with frost glyphs.
I should see about getting a tattoo.
And these Thorgrim did for me shortly after my rite of passage.
Isn't he your cousin or some? Vaguely remember him.
He's my mentor. You could say he's like a father to me.
I thought there was some crafty guy like that was family of yours.
Mm.
I don't know. It's been 5 years for fuck's sake. And far too much alcohol. Or maybe it's not enough alcohol. I'm not entirely sure.
Never too much alcohol. She lifts up her beer and takes a drink.
She takes a drink of her whiskey. Nice, pleasant burn. You know, I wonder if they have. Do Garrett have a glyph there? The burn of alcohol.
I'm sure there's one somewhere.
So that my strikes burn like. Yeah. Maybe I should just go with fire.
Fire's good.
Aye, that it is. And we'll just start calling you Frosty.
Frosty. Well, I mean,
It's much shorter than.
it's much shorter than what?
Rin's Hieronymus Skulls.
It is shorter. But I like my deed name.
Can I just call you Rins then?
You can. I will allow it.
Perfect. Ren's the frosty one.
Not
And you're
frosty.
sure that the other ones are they're not just saying that?
I'm sure.
I'm have to
We'll
do
whip them into shape.
challenge. They're gonna be getting a lot of work. We got what
Though I am a little concerned.
oh,
Well, you and Kirstina answered the pack link. I didn't hear anything from Senan. He usually does answer. I don't know what would prevent him from answering.
I don't know. He'd probably have to not be there. Or have removed himself from it.
Maybe.
Or said F you to the totem spirit.
Oh, that wouldn't go well for him.
It rarely goes well for anyone who says F you to a totem spirit. It's a lot of work to actually live on good terms from a pack.
It
I
is.
remember Pebble just trying to up and do that once when right after I changed. And I had to watch because there were rites of atonement in there and that I needed to learn. That Philodox from the night with the murdered Garu.
No.
I've been talking to her too.
No.
Trying to get more of my atonement rites that I'm 5 years behind on.
That's a good idea.
So
Good call. It's going to take some time, but I think you've got it. I haven't learned a new rite in a long time.
I learned a new rite from you. It was one of my most recent ones.
Yes. Yes, you did. I feel like I'm missing something that I wanted to say something else, but I can't quite.
Right, so we're going investigating a
We gotta get,
castle,
yeah, we've got to get information on it before we
floor plans.
do that. We're gonna get the photos or whatever, or try to from that distance,
Do you know
hopefully.
any glass walkers? Get one to hook up one of them little
Drones.
one of them folk.
Oh, I don't. Oh, we'd have to find one first. So we'll find a glass walker.
Glass walker, aye.
Actually, why didn't I think of this before? She face palms
What?
and reaches into her pocket and pulls out these two things that look like raven carvings. If I activate one of these, I have eyes.
You follow Odin and you have ravens. That's very ironic.
And
And
she
fire.
literally face palms. Well, these are.
You got two of them even. That's
Well, I will only have one if I use one. But yes.
well then, you've bypassed needing a fancy glass walker.
And a raven is a lot less suspicious, I would imagine.
Aye.
Though, maybe not. If they know about were ravens. I would imagine if I know, they do too. But it's still less obvious than a drone.
Aye.
I'll have to deploy one of them later when we leave.
And if you just get enough information that we need to go in close and get pictures or something, we'll at least have a better idea of what we're getting into getting there.
I
If
feel
that
like.
makes sense.
Oh, I understand. Should I just deploy one or two?
Can you see all the four sets of eyes at once?
Well, that's not quite how it works.
I don't know. I've never had one of those.
They go and find the information and bring it back when activated.
And what information are you sending them after? That would be what would be the design fact.
To find out what the layout is, at least, and if they can see anything.
Does that all count as one piece of information that you're asking it for?
Well, I could ask each one for different information.
That's why I was asking, like.
Yeah.
What
I
you're
found
sending
these, so I don't have all the information. I just know the basic information.
Well, we follow Odin. Perhaps if you
Yes.
speak with him, he might give you a hint on how to make more.
I've got an idea how to make more of these myself, honestly. They are talons, after all.
That's what I was. Never mind. You go theurge your theurgy things. That's beyond me.
Ah, I do my job pretty well.
And I'm
Sometimes I
glad.
misinterpret things, but
You're only Gary.
that's what
You're not
that's why
Gaia.
I share. Exactly. Well, is there any other things on your mind?
On my mind, I don't anything on my mind. On my mind. Well, you're not always on it, but though you're starting to get into it all the time. No, there's not particularly anything
No? All right.
on my mind.
So we gather information. That's what we do. And I will get up Kirstein's ass too.
And we'll figure out what's going on with Senin and kick his
Yeah.
arse.
Yes.
Get him into fighting shape.
Yes. Yes. I think maybe we should focus on Hawthornden because she's about as subtle as a brick to the face.
And what was she sitting there talking to?
Apparently ghosts. Did you not see them?
There were plenty of other things and plenty of fae folk around, so it's kind of hard to differentiate when you have 50 million different types of things all moving
That's
about.
fair. That's fair.
Ghosts don't show up quite as clearly as other spirits tend to. And with
Right?
everybody moving around, trying to follow procession, be respectful. Her standing there staring at all but the blank wall. Kinda looked awkward.
Yep.
I thought she might have been like having a mental problem at first. But then I caught glimpses of things and I'm like, is she talking to somebody over there?
We should probably warn her how that could be perceived to people who doesn't see what she
Is
sees.
she met? She's not Metis, is she? Oh, please
No.
tell me she's. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Because if she was, that would be that would be just not good for her right now. To be acting all like crazy in the head.
No, no, she's born on two legs.
Right, and Poking Boy, finger poker. I think that's what I call him, finger poker. Poking
He's
things with
born
his
on
face.
four.
He likes poking things with his finger.
He-
It's all I saw him doing that night.
We should probably let's stop him when he pokes people. Watch for the poke. We'll warn him too. People don't like to be poked.
Just because
Well,
you'd normally walk up and just shove your nose into somebody and you start sniffing out their snatch or their arse doesn't mean you go around poking them in people form.
you probably shouldn't stick your nose up their ass either.
Oh my god, if I ever saw him do that, if he came
Oh,
in Homid, I would
I'm gonna.
probably drag him off and bait him.
Excuse me, I have to go handle my dog. Oh, Air just shakes her head. Oh no, no, that's not acceptable. We should
Mm,
have a conversation about Hamid appropriate behavior.
And if he's struggling, Gaia, help me. I will put a collar and leash on his arse.
Well, we should also keep in mind that
I know,
just
Hamid.
because we aren't born like he is, it doesn't mean his existence is wrong. So we have to take time to go out into his space too, as a
I
pack,
will kick his
and
ass
run as
as a wolf
wolves.
too. I will kick his ass
Yeah,
as a wolf or as a Hamid or as a Kynos. Every way, every which way,
right.
every time.
Until they both get it. They're both gonna get it, but we have to do both.
So do you want to
Can
be
you
the
imagine
Serge or
being
the
You seem to have it out for Senan.
there's
Is there something
it's
fun
hard.
about kicking a man's ass, Brie?
There's some he's in what faction of the moon is he under? I have a feeling I know which one it is. Especially with him being all like pokey at the pebble and big armor. What auspice is it?
He's an Arun.
Aye, then kicking his arse will make me very happy. Then again, kicking your arse is going to make me very happy too. So
Good luck. Good luck. I think I'll enjoy beating Kirstine up. She might be too easy though. Mundane weapons only. Or what Gaia gave us.
you know, an excellent form that's non-lethal is glabral. You can beat the fuck out of each other. You're a little bit stronger. You're going to hell,
Yeah.
and it really is as close to being human as you can get, and still being
Well,
better.
I say we work on combat in all forms because you never know when you're gonna get there.
That's true.
Always be ready. You never know who's gonna slide a knife in your back. I've
Well,
seen it happen. I've seen it happen one too many times.
I guarantee it won't be me sliding a knife in your back.
I can guarantee it won't be me doing that to you either. But we don't
And if
know
I see
what
someone doing
everyone
it,
out
just as
there
well,
is
they will
thinking.
pay. And if I ever catch somebody trying to do that to you, they will end up dead.
Vice versa. Yeah. I do the same. I do the same for either of those two little shits too, but I don't think they realize it.
I'm not sure they realize much yet.
All the old lady jokes, and they don't realize I'm not much older than they are.
I think technically I'm older than you are. Technically.
Technically.
You're what, 22, 23 now?
Almost 24.
I'd be, let's see, dead around about this time. That, which means I'm. You know, losing 5 years fucks up your like how you.
Yeah, how you perceive time
I
makes sense. I mean,
let's see. My birthday is in 3 days, and I will be 26.
yeah, see, so you're not much older than me.
Born May 1st. That would be
I've
a great day to have a park betting time. I mean, bonding time. Did I say betting? I meant bonding.
baiting. Pack baiting time.
Aye. I mean, what better birthday present than being nurse of a get a ring?
Yeah, that could be interesting. I actually would like to see how he would handle that challenge.
We're both class,
Yes,
and technically, I don't have 5 years on him, even though technically I do. I do. That's so weird.
it is. That is yes, yes. It is mind blowing.
Like I had to go out and get a whole new cell phone. Mine didn't even like. They wouldn't even like put a number to mine anymore. They're like, this thing's ancient.
That's funny. The bill was unpaid.
Thankfully, they cut it off after 6 months, but still, they charged me 6 months of back pay on it when I wasn't even gone for 2 weeks. 6 months of back charges.
You were gone for a longer time than 6 months.
Aye, but that's when they just shut off the whole account.
You know,
Dirty bastards wanting their money
like
for nothing.
you disappeared before I even had my first change, if I recall correctly,
Aye, age
because
finished my rite of passage.
right, yeah, and I got shipped off to Norway. Uh, well, I wouldn't really say shipped off. My parents were MIA, so I went with Thorgrim. Magnuson sent me off with him. It was apparently something my parents wanted.
Magnuson, such a blowhard. Be good to
Well,
see him get knocked down a peg or two.
oh, he got knocked down more than two.
That is amazing. I wish I could have seen that.
It was done quite fairly and honorably.
Grand. Even better.
I'm sure he was real thrilled that it was me who took him out, too.
That is just adding insult to injury. Not to say that you're
Well,
not a good fighter or
well
that you
oh, I
didn't.
know. I know. I know what you mean. I understand. You don't have to explain. I'm sure he was surprised, too. I'm sure he was doubly surprised when I didn't leave him alone after he was dead, either.
Wait,
Wait,
you actually killed the fucker?
I killed him.
That is amazing. And you
And
fucked with him
then
afterwards?
and then I took him into the Umbra and I used a Talon to speak to his dead spirit to get information.
That is stellar.
He
She kind of opens her bag and looks at it, like judging size-wise. Would you need the whole body, or would just the head work?
I've only ever used the whole body when I've used this talon. It's called Death Dust. It allows the user to see and speak with the spirit of the dead within 24 hours of death, I believe.
Doesn't say anything about having to have a body, even. Just that they have to be dead.
Mhm. Yes, like I said, I don't know. I've only ever had whole bodies to work with, so
Perhaps we'll have to cut off somebody's head just to try it sometime.
perhaps. But those talons are made with death spirits, so
So I'll go get you some death spirits.
I took advantage when I found them. But the last one I used was on him. It's my last one.
That was your last one?
Yep.
Then I guess we're going to have to make you some more then. Find death spirits added to the list.
No, that's definitely a possibility.
Got to keep you well stocked in your tools so that you can do your job to the best of your
Yeah.
ability.
I mean, that was only because I knew I could do it. I had it ready in case just for him
Don't blame
if I
you.
won that fight. But that battle was very well planned out amongst various individuals.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that he's gone. I
Well, he
didn't like
had
him. He
some.
was a prick.
He was, and he had some shady dealings. But he didn't realize they were shady. That I can safely say.
Well, they say the road to hell's paved with good intentions.
Mhm.
Road to the apocalypse is paved with unimagined slates that drive us further and further to the edge of oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah.
To Odin, to the park, to the future, and she'll raise her drink.
Air will raise her drink as well. Aye.
Clink and drink.
Clink and drink indeed. Well, my dear, I should probably go home.
Right, go home.
We
Do we have a park place as of yet?
we do not.
Alright.
Do not. We should look into that.
We should.
So
Hopefully, I'll be working as a private investigator soon, and we'll have normal people money to actually pay for shit in the
yes.
real world, like an apartment,
Well,
or at least a small something somewhere. Granny flat in the back of a 6 acres.
something, something. I can't safely promise you that I I will be sleeping there often, if at all. But I'll gladly help and meet up with everybody there. Um, he said I have a place with my partner, so
Your partner. Why does that sound strange coming out of your mouth right now? Your partner.
yeah. I don't know what else, what other word to use. We haven't really picked a term,
Lover,
but
fuck buddy, boyfriend,
he did come here
girlfriend.
and got us a house. So
So you do have a park place, he just doesn't know it yet. He does know your car, right?
he does.
Alright.
I would
That's
hope
good.
I would hope Ilmari knows that I'm Garu by now.
Well then, he shouldn't be surprised that the park leader's house becomes the park house. Right? That makes
Well,
sense. I'll
I
offer to pay to help
mean,
for it. 'Cause especially with the
I
food
I I
costs.
no, I don't think he'd be down with that. I'll be honest.
I mean, you have a growing park. You're going to have that talk with him eventually because parks tend to get closer and closer, and that includes like living together. I won't like force you to sleep in like a pile with the park or something.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow at that.
You know how wolves sleep piled up together to stay warm?
Oh, I know.
That's what I mean.
But
If you have land where your house is, perhaps a dwelling can be put in place.
maybe.
A concept idea, thought, perhaps. I don't know where it is or any of that, so
I
I'm just.
mean,
I think the term spitballing at this point.
yeah, spitballing. Definitely.
That's where you're trying to come up with ideas together.
I'm definitely down to at least look for something, and like I said, at least then there's a place for everybody to go.
Aye.
Sleep, need
And
if
then we
need
wouldn't have
be.
to wonder like where the hell the lupus ran off to.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd see him snoring his arse away in the corner.
that that requires us making money.
That's why I'm looking for work. I am not the big angry monster some of our people are.
Yeah, I'm a big angry monster.
I know. And it's alright. It's alright. And
She just chuckles like she's not even trying to hide it. Yeah, I know. I'm the big angry monster. It's the hair.
it really is. Your redheads are fucking psychotic.
Psychotic, huh?
Sometimes I remember my mother was a redhead. They were actually surprised they didn't come out as a redhead.
Well, I guess you're not psychotic then?
Nope, I am calm and level-headed.
Oh,
As if you couldn't
no,
tell that. I am
that's not my style, but you know that too.
You've just gotten grumpier as you got old.
No, no, just less tolerant of certain things.
Less not grumpy. Less not grumpy. That's a good word for it.
I'm not grumpy. I'm just less tolerant of certain things, like I said.
And
I
those
know how to
certain
I know
things
how
are
to
like
let loose and have a good time.
Do you now?
Oh, I do.
Are we gonna get you up on the table here dancing, drinking, singing?
I definitely drink. I don't know about dancing on the table, but
Get you drunk enough, you will. Hell, if not, I will. I'm not
Eh?
shy. Plus, I don't
There we
have a
go.
mate, so I don't have anybody to worry about being all jealous about.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't think that's a concern.
Alright, so you're off to your Ilmeri,
Yes.
and I'm off to the library.
Good luck. Keep me
Thank you.
updated, and I will keep you updated as well.
I'll let you know if I find anything. And she kind of just tapped her forehead, or not her forehead, her temple.
She'll give her a thumbs up with a grin. Great.
It's so much
There.
faster and easier than trying to get cell service at times.
It is. It's so convenient. Oh, all right. I intend to hit the books tomorrow.
All right.
All right. She will stand up and finish her beer and set it down on the table and give Bree a nod and go along her way. Do, 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 do.
And Brielle finish her whiskey, put it down, give that like little whiskey shake, get up and make her way out to wherever she's going, the library or something.
All right. Well, this has been a lovely and eventful evening at the White Hart Inn. Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching.
For bacon.